everybody. Yesterday we started talking about our personal narratives, stories about ourselves. We brainstormed 5 ideas of a story that was special to you with someone that you love. And today you're going to choose one that we're going to start writing about. So I'm going to go back to mine and I'm going to write about, I'm trying to think what a good one would be to use all of our sensory details. I think making donuts is going to be a great one for sensory details. Triumph, they all would have been good. Triumph would have been a good one too, definitely how you feel. So you're going to want to make a selection and in your head think, what would be a good story that I could use for sensory details that we've been working so hard on? Okay? So you don't have to pick right now, and if you change your mind, that's okay. That's why you have an eraser, right? Now, I want you to go back to the front of your notebook on the next blank page, and we're going to set up our graphic organizer together, okay? So, go ahead and draw a nice straight line down the middle. The slower you go, the straighter it will be. If you go really fast, usually it like tucks along the side at the bottom. And we've done this before. We've divided our paper into 6 boxes. So I kind of go to the middle and scoot over a little bit, maybe like 5 lines on each side. And I'll draw a horizontal line across. And I'm still at the middle, and I'll count like 5 lines down again, or 3 or 4 or 5. And now I have 6 boxes. This side is smaller than this side, but nobody's perfect, right? Okay. So draw your lines, and when you decide what story you're going to write, you're going to write that in the first box. You might not know yet, and that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and write mine. Mini donuts with Vivi. So if you know which story you're going to write, you can write it in. If you want to wait until I'm done teaching and go back and write it in, that's fine. But let's go ahead and fill out our 5 boxes with our headings, okay? They're going to be our 5 senses. So this box is going to be taste. So now you should be writing that in. And if you know the 5 senses and want to go ahead of me, that's fine too. Taste, smell, touch, hear, and what we see. Okay? So you should have those 5 things written in or doing that right now. If you've done those 5 and you want to go back and pick your story to write in the first box, fine. If you want to wait, that's fine too. So now I'm going to brainstorm for my story, the 5 senses. You're not going to write anything else because you didn't make mini donuts with Vivi. As much as fun as that would be, you didn't do it. It only happened to me. All right? So I'm going to think about my senses. What did I taste? I tasted donuts. Yep. But what does that actually taste like? Sweet chocolate donuts. So I'm being very specific. Specific means exact. Sweet chocolate donuts. I tasted crunchy sprinkles. And I tasted sugary frosting. Yum, now I'm getting hungry for breakfast. Anybody want to bring me some Dunkin' Donuts? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. What did I smell? Being specific. Specific means exact. I didn't just smell the donuts. What does that actually smell like? You know, one thing that happened, the first time we used the machine, we burned the donuts. So, burnt Donuts. Does not smell good, boys and girls. But when we finally figured it out, then I smelled the sweet sugar. Yum. The sweet sugary frosting and warm chocolate. Chocolate. You know when your mom or your dad or somebody's making brownies or a chocolate cake and you walk in and it's like, oh, love it. What did I touch? What did I feel? I felt the soft flour. Not the kind of flowers with petals, the kind that you bake with. It's very soft. What else did I feel? I felt the hard sprinkles again. I would say they were kind of soft and bouncy, so I would say spongy donuts. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about what did I hear. Well, if we burn the donuts, guess what happened? The fire alarm went off. Whoops. Our fire alarm is funny. It talks to us. Fire, fire. Ooh, there's a fire, fire. The first time we heard it, we're like, who's telling us there's a fire? We didn't know our fire alarm talked. I also heard the sizzling batter. Have you ever made pancakes or waffles with mom or dad, and right when you pour in the batter on the pan, it sizzles? All right, and my last box is what did I see? I saw rainbow sprinkles. Do you think we just had any old chocolate donut? No. You know how I like to make things colored? We made them purple. Purple mini donuts. They're so cute. The frosting was white. Okay. So I brainstormed my 5 senses to go with my small moment story. Your job right now is to select your story from the back. Now, if you come up with a different story, that's fine too. It doesn't have to be the one. If you think of a different one that might work better, completely fine. So you're gonna think of your story, write it in the first box, and then brainstorm your sensory details, and we're gonna put them all together tomorrow. So what you really need to work on is being specific, not just it smelled good. Well, obviously it smelled good, okay? Not just it felt hard, okay? So you wanna be really specific with your sensory details, and specific means exact. So I can visualize and I can close my eyes and I can see exactly what you're talking about because you've used such great sensory details. All right, that is your job now, and we'll use this page tomorrow.